which
I don't know if I ever said okay the last
we just went
Pull up
fake live.
571.
We just went fake live. Yeah.
Bacon.
Here on beautiful February 16th.
Hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day.
Yep. Hope your Valentine's Day was awesome. There was
the red for it.
Yep, there was more snow, there was more cold, but we are back for another episode, so I'll just start this shit up. 571, 571, 571, everything looks good. So here we go.
Holy crap, I got last week's outline up for some reason. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, I don't even know. All right. If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooledtoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 571. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooledtoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden 007 Selden.
I am, as sometimes, Shadow Brian Emmerich. Something like that.
Something like that. And we're back for another fresh episode, continuing our streak of releasing an episode weekly. 2026 is the year. No matter how hard it is, no matter what we have to go through, we are going to make sure to bring you an episode each and every week. So we are back. And on that, why don't we just jump in the show proper? If you're in chat right now, you want to drop something in there, drop it in there. We're probably not going to have a whole lot going on. I think I banned some of the kick bots, so they're probably not going to be bugging us. But yeah, drop anything in there. And you know, if you have questions, comments, you want to leave us a voicemail, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooledtoplay.com. And remember, if you do leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Go Mason asks, you have mentioned that most of your audience is for the podcast version of the show. Why do you think that is? I enjoy sitting around and watching the video version of the show since you can see people subtly cracking up when someone else does something.
I think this might be reference to last show where my beer exploded all over the fucking place. And I, like, not just at the beginning of the show, but if you watched last week's show,
it was for a while.
In the middle of it, it fucking blew up. My second beer blew up. I was like, holy shit.
We're just talking and Selden's over there just wiping his desk down.
I was fucking dying.
Well, I can tell you from my perspective, I listen to plenty of podcasts. I have a whole bunch that are also available as video, but I don't have time to watch video. Like I consume my podcasts in the car. So I am not a video viewer. Like I can't even imagine just sitting around my house watching a podcast. Not that I besmooch you. Like you can watch us all you want, but it's just not the way that I embrace podcast type content. How about you guys? Do you guys watch any video podcasts or do you listen to the audio versions?
I do listen to and watch Mr. Baldwin's Strange, Weird, and whatever the podcast name is, just because it's sometimes some of the graphics and stuff that he throws up is kind of interesting. But most of the time, any podcast I'm listening to, it's usually, as you said, driving or I'm at work and at my computer. So most of the time, it's just audio. I do have other things that I like to watch when I have the ability to watch that aren't really in podcast format. They're long formatted versions of stuff like that, but not really podcast formats. I'm interested to see what Netflix does with it now that they're broadcasting vidcasts and podcasts going on at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see how that takes off and if it actually does take off. So like, I think a lot of the murder podcasts is something I could definitely get into video stream wise, but how about you, Shadow? What do you think?
I mostly listen to mine audio just because I'll do it while I'm working. Like I'll just have it on and I'll just be working, and I can't watch something while I'm working at the same time, like on the same screen. So it's usually just audio, but there are certain ones I do watch video for occasionally. Like if I'm not working and I'm say at home and I'm downstairs, like just have my laptop up surfing around on the net or whatever I'm doing, and I just have it on the big screen of like I watch like Jeff Gerstmann sometimes just because he has stuff on the screen occasionally that he's talking about, or he'll do like a let's play or something while he's talking, and I like to watch that sometimes. But for the most part, it's just audio, just because the way that I multitask, I can't sit and just watch it usually. But I may have it up and I'll just like glance up occasionally at what they're doing or what they're talking about, because it can be different than the audio. And like you said, it's fun to see what they're doing sometimes video wise that you just wouldn't know unless you're watching it if you're just listening to audio, because people might be making faces or doing whatever, and that can be fun to watch. But I think it's also kind of a generational thing, and maybe I'm wrong. But if like not necessarily you, Go Mason, but certain people, if they're like on the lower end of the 25 and older that we talk about in our website, I think the younger, say younger, but 25-ish, people watch video a lot more than we did, or that we would have if we had that available when we were that age, just because of just the way things are now with phones and having them audio at all times. You can just throw it on your phone, watch it like you're sitting on, I don't know, sitting on a train or something, going
Or in the shitter.
going wherever. You can just have it up there and watch it, where in the past that wasn't an option. And so I think a lot of people are more video and visual focused than we used to be in the past. So
I mean, a lot of people that grew up with like the Twitch networks and stuff like that, like the streamers and stuff like that. So they're used to sitting there watching long format versions of, entertainment that is speaking, but also seeing something at the same time. So it's a little bit different than what we had like 10, 15, 20 years ago. So
Yeah.
but they're both good. Do what makes you happy. I think that Derek might have just been talking about some like views wise. He can tell that there's fewer people, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly way fewer people, like by the order of 100x. So, yeah.
That's okay.
But then again, we do throw in some jokes. Like last week, Shadow was wearing his glasses, and I put on my Gunner optics glasses for a little bit as a visual
Oh, that's
joke.
what that was about. I thought you were just turning yourself orange.
I
Like,
saw that
oh,
last
this
week too, and I was
episode.
like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Yeah, see, I put on my Gunner
Yeah,
optics
you did.
glasses, and there was nothing mentioned about it on the show, but it was
No.
there for entertainment purposes. So yes, yeah. All right, next up, Rum Guzzler comments. You all are fine as frog hair. Best podcast out there.
You never heard that?
I'm gonna have to go out on a limb and say
No.
I've never heard.
Shadow,
Fine
you
as
know what
Frog
fine
Hair.
as frog hair
Oh
is?
yeah, because frogs don't have hair. It's so you're like that fine, it's like so fine that you can't even see how fine it is because they're so fine.
Does anyone actually say this?
Yes, they do. No, I don't say it, but I do have a friend who will never watch this that uses all these old timey phrases, like
All right,
Like
I
no
gotta
one-
Google
like
this now.
no one ever
That's gotta
says.
be regional U.S. like a saying like that.
I don't
can't-
think so.
I've
I think
never
it's just
heard
old
it in
timey.
Ohio
Fine
or
as
East Coast.
frog
Okay,
hair.
hang on. So it's very old timey, but like yeah, I've got a buddy who just says all this old timey phrases that like no one ever says, and it's just his personality. So
All right.
I know
The
this stuff.
phrase fine as frog hair is a colloquial expression used to describe something that is exceptionally good or excellent. It can refer to something that is very thin or delicate, often used humorously. For example, one might say, "That dress is fine as frog's hair. You look gorgeous." Additionally, it can imply that someone is feeling well or healthy. "I'm feeling fine as frog hair split 4 ways."
Sounds like
Yeah,
something you should be
very
saying with like
fine.
one of those. Hi, gal. You look fine as frog
Yeah,
hair."
see?
Say, yeah, you're fine as frog hair.
Yeah, but no, it is.
I have never heard this before. I wasn't sure
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was a compliment or not, even though it ended with best podcast out there, but it
Yeah,
didn't
I
seem
told
like
you.
a compliment. But
Yeah,
yeah,
my buddy would say that, and for sure. Like he's my age. He's very into the old timey sayings that no one ever says, and he pulls them out of nowhere. It's like, who says that? And I'm
I'm
not
gonna
talking
have to-
about. I'm not talking about this guy, but just in general, like my friend. It's like, who says this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try to work that into one of my Teams meetings this week at some point. I'm gonna.
That idea is fine as frog hair.
Yeah. They'll be like, what? No, I definitely knew that phrase.
And
for
then
sure.
Selden will be like, listen, it's an old timey thing. It
And,
means your hair is so fine that it almost doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah.
And so thanks, Rum Guzzler, and for keeping your name PG. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't put two and two together until you just said that. So yeah, that
I
was
mean,
good.
Derek's a rum guzzler, probably. So
No.
he doesn't
only
drink,
vodka.
coffee. Okay,
Only vodka. Yeah,
only
yeah.
clear. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's really
All right. Next up, Charisma Devil asks, what should we make of Hideo Kojima not attending GDC this year? He was supposed to be delivering the opening keynote, but has just now canceled with a month or so to go.
This
Maybe
isn't a
he's-
surprise. He came out earlier this year or late last year. He's like, listen, I gotta refocus. I gotta stop engaging in all these things outside of what my core things are that I want to do. I think
Just
he even
working on a
hinted
movie
that
with
it's part of
like
his
Jordan
health
Peele.
issues type thing. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think it's a big surprise. Like he's got a lot of shit that he's got on the fire right now. The dude's not young either,
No.
right? He's
No.
up in 80, no, 60s, 70s.
Alexa, how old is Hideo Kojima?
80? He is not.
Hideo Kojima is 62 years old.
Alexa, stop.
All right, so
62.
he's not
Yeah.
super old, but he's up that point where he, like globe trotting
getting
around the
there.
world is not probably on his key things that he wants to do right now. So
Yeah, well, he's like Peter Molyneux. I was talking about that.
He's like
article a
110.
couple weeks ago. He's like, yeah, I think he said he was about that age too. He's like, this is gonna be my last game because it takes X amount of years to make a game, and I'm already this old, so it's just this is it. And I mean, Kojima's probably getting there. So
Well,
he's
it
got to
does
finish what
seem
he's
kind of.
doing.
It seems kind of dickish though that he would sign up to be the keynote speaker and then bail.
Well, they may have been like, "Would you do this?" And he may have been reluctant about it, but he said, "Okay, anyway." And I doubt he went like, "I want to be the keynote speaker, can I?" They probably
And then
"Will you
he's like,
please?"
"I'm
He's
out."
like, all right.
right,
And
like
then he's like, "No, I can't anymore."
honestly, like a lot of the internet rumors it's his health that's currently the problem. Like his
Ah.
camp is not really saying a lot of shit about it, and they're not
Oh.
disallowing it or they're not confirming it. But they're like a lot of people are like, yeah, maybe he's not doing so well health wise, and that's why he's kind of bailing out.
Yeah,
on
that's a
things.
good
So,
point, and you probably wouldn't share stuff if it was terrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, good point. All right, so
Alright.
Charisma Devil, I guess we're gonna say not the asshole.
No, he's definitely not the asshole.
Yeah.
Dude's a fucking brilliant. He's a great game developer, and I think he's got a lot of shit he's got to get down.
Yeah, remember that Death Stranding? Remember that?
Just Stranding 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Stranding game. Yep.
It is. There's only two of them.
Yeah. For now.
For now.
All right.
He's working on 3. That's why he's not there.
Last but certainly not least, Altius asks, with PAX East coming up at the end of March, are all of you planning on attending this year? I have heard rumblings of the PAX people trying to secure some major announcements for the show. Do you know anything more about this? So there's technically 2 questions here. So let's start with question 1. Who's doing PAX East?
When is PAX East? End of March.
Let me look at the exact dates. It is March 26th to 29th. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And how far is that from you?
From where we live.
Where is it?
It probably takes an hour to get to Boston. So yeah.
Oh, that's in Boston. Okay, I wasn't sure where it was. So.
Yeah, it's in Boston every year. So yeah.
Hmm.
So we did submit our credentials, Tiff and I. So
She's
we will
lying.
be there for some amount of it, and which would get her on another show. So, but yeah, it's not what it once was. Like we mentioned last year, you guys have been part of the shows. Like it shrinks every year within the convention center. There becomes more and more tabletop, less and less big name video game publishers. You can basically do the whole show in the first Thursday versus like you had to mix your appointments throughout 4 days or earlier 3 days in the first 7 years of PAX East. So, but we're going into the 16th year of PAX East at this point. We haven't missed one.
Wow.
So yeah, 2010 was the first one. So yeah.
I've never been to an E3 or PAX or GDC. Oh, GDC is bigger, but I think that'd be fun to go to. It's possible. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything going on that week or weekend. So if I could do a cheap flight, maybe go like the day you guys are going, but it would be better if it was on a weekend, probably, which is probably not what you're going to do. So
No, because Thursday is also the media day, so you get in an hour before all of the unwashed masses. So you get to go in at 8 when they come in at 9, or 9 when they come in at 10. I forget which it is, but yeah, you're in there an hour early and you have your free access to, like, it's one thing you book all these appointments with things you know, but then you get there and there's always something surprising on the show floor, something you didn't know about, and that's what that media hour is for, is you just zigzag through the place and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you go, and sometimes those have been some of the best things we've seen, where it was like some big surprise that showed up, and the only reason we didn't have to wait 4 hours for it is because we were there during media hour and there was no one in front of us, 2 people in front of us, and they keep telling you over the loudspeakers, the gates will open in 30 minutes. So they let you know. Yes, they let you know when the unwashed masses are coming in. But
I mean,
yeah, it's fun.
that might be fun. Thursday might work just because, I mean, if I'm just going, it's just me. So
yeah. So
Yeah,
if you
no.
weren't going to do a Thursday, Sunday is also the other lightest day of the week. So Friday, a lot of kids seem to, somehow their parents take them out of school and they show up and there's parents and kids. And Saturday is the biggest zoo of PAX East.
yeah, of
Like,
course.
it's just insane. Sunday, things are tapering down. The exhibitors are getting ready to shut down their booths. The show ends earlier than the other days. So, just saying, yeah, it's fun. It's definitely smaller than it used to be, but then again, E3 is 0 compared to what it used to be. So, all the shows are shrinking. So, but yes, Tiff and I
So-
will be there.
I mean, it's something that might be possible for me. We'll see.
Nice.
When you go, you just drive there and back, right? You don't stay.
We used to stay all 3 nights in a hotel, and the hotel prices are usually jacked those nights, so it was usually like $700 a night.
No.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then the last time we ended up staying at the local casino, which is a little further from the convention center in Boston, but that was only $400 a night, and then I ended up earning our entire shit back because I always earn at the casino. Casino's like a job. You go there, you earn money, and you call it a night, and then you're like, oh yeah, I finished up $6,000, $8,000. Like, that's a normal casino trip for us, which is why Tiff always lets us go to casinos, because like I've mentioned on the show in the past, out of probably, since Tiff moved up here in 2011, we've probably been to various casinos. I'd say at this point now 110, 120 times. I've only ever left down 3 times. So
What's her game? What's she play?
she leaves down every time. She plays the slot machines.
Thoughts,
So
yeah.
So
Yeah.
because they're like video games. So we get there, She takes 300 out of the ATM. I take 500 out of the ATM. That's our cap. And then usually she's done her 300 in an hour or two. One time she just hoarded the whole thing and went to the spa and spent her 300 there.
And said she did the slot machines.
No, she admitted it outright. I take out my 500 and usually like I'm up 4, 5, 6, 7 grand by the end of the night. So yeah, but yeah,
Nice. Well,
this is why I get to keep going to casinos because I
And you're
finish
blackjack,
up, so,
right?
yeah. Yes, yeah, all blackjack.
So it's
all the time.
possible. Probably won't, but you never know. I mean, if hotels are $500 a night, then probably not.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Yeah, you could just end around it and fly in and fly out, or you could come out an hour
That's true.
outside of the city and stay with us. So
That's true. I mean, if that's cool, I might. Yeah,
yeah,
it's possible. Just have to rent. Still have to get a car, I guess.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
yeah. We can figure it out. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and Altius Selden Silence says he's not coming.
I'm not going to be able to make it. I can tell you right now that I have something that weekend, and I don't even know what weekend that is. So.
Selden has to go camping.
You
in
like
March.
live right there, don't you? Pretty much, pretty close.
It's like 4 hours away.
Okay, 4 hours. All right. Well, that's
7.
That's not close.
Somewhere between 4 and 7. How far down Long Island are you?
I'm about halfway outish, so it would take.
Okay, so
I'm like,
probably like 5.
if you're familiar
5
with
and a half.
Port Jeff, like the ferry
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
across
yeah,
to Port
yeah.
Jeff, I'm south of that pretty much. So
Okay, yeah. So Selden's got a little haul to come see us if he wants to. So yeah.
like
So
I could take the train out to Greenport, get out to the ferry, take the ferry over as a passenger only. I can jump on the train, the Northeast
Take the
Corridor train,
And
then
take the
that
train
up.
to
And
North
it's
Station in Boston. And
yeah, it's only
yeah,
like an hour train ride from there. I think hour and 15 maybe from
yeah.
that point. So I could get there in relative ease,
But he doesn't care to.
I just. You know what? Hit me up. Maybe I'll look at the schedule and see if I don't have a disc golf tournament or something going on that weekend.
All right, sounds like a plan.
So, so let me see. I'm gonna be in there next week. Trying to think where I am. Oh, so I'm like right at the bottom. My office is right at the bottom.
Of
Of
Long
Long
Island?
Island? Wait,
Long Island's
wait.
that little dick that hangs off in New York.
Yeah, it's the one.
Long
closest
Island's
to
bigger
Jersey.
than a
It's
lot
the
of
Jersey.
states that we have in the United States.
No, so it's east to west, really. It's not north to south.
Right.
But so it's west. It's far west. It's almost to Jersey. That's
okay.
where I am. That's where my office is. That I'll be next week. So, but
Hmm.
with regarding like where you are, like, is that anywhere near you at all?
Me?
Yeah,
No. I'm probably
the other way.
He's like,
I'm-
no. Even if it was, I would say no.
by car. It would probably take you an hour and a half, maybe, to drive out to me. If I had to take the
All right.
trains in, it's probably an hour 15, hour 20
All
maybe.
right.
So, come on.
So what
go
you're
see
saying is I
Shadow.
won't see you.
I will
No.
be in Florida at that point, I think. So
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Fair enough. Good excuse.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, if you have any awesome questions or comments or feedback like this, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Selden, what have you been playing this week?
pretty much the same thing. I really didn't have a lot of time in between the last show and this show to play much. So pretty much I would say Arc Raiders, and that's pretty much it. So
As
Nice.
always.
Yep.
And real disc golf? No.
no, I didn't have
Too
a
cold
chance.
still?
Work got busy and I didn't have enough time when I got home. Yeah. So
What are you gonna do?
we'll get back to it though. So
Nice.
how about you, Shadow?
More Keeper, play a little Halo, played Minecraft with my daughter, and she also wanted to play Stardew Valley, which
Mm.
I'm not. I tried to play it by myself a long time ago, and I just kind of. Have you guys ever played Stardew Valley?
No.
Well, definitely not Derek, but Selden of you. No.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna go with
So
it.
it's sort of like a, it's like a top-down, looks like old Zelda kind of, that sort of view, but it's kind of like a Harvest Moon game where you're farming, you're collecting stuff. Now it's you can do more things. There's like adventures you can go on and stuff. But when I first played it, I didn't know what to do, and you have this uh stamina gauge sort of that if
So,
you
like for an amount of moves.
it's yeah, it's like if you go it's if you walk you use stamina, if you do things you use
Okay,
stamina.
yeah.
And then I didn't know how to really replenish that. And so if you run out of stamina, you pretty much just like drop down on the ground and fall asleep. And then you wake up back in your house with like half your items.
That
So
sounds
I
So
kept
legit.
then you have to
doing
do it
that.
all over again. It's like real
Yeah,
life. Yeah.
I kept doing that. And I was like, this isn't fun. I don't know how to, I didn't feel like looking up how to win this game. So I just stopped playing it. But she's somehow really pretty good at it. And so she's kind of showing me around. But I don't know. It's not really my thing. I mean, I like the visuals. I love that style of like the pixel top down kind of 2D stuff. And I don't know. Like I'm just not going to get into it. It's too involved. I don't have kid time where I can just sit there for hours and hours just like building stuff and
Yeah.
whatever. Like same thing with Minecraft. It's really cool. It's an awesome tool. It's like Legos, but a video game. And if I were 10, it would have been
You would have
amazing.
all the time in the world.
I would have all the
Yes.
time in the world and I would only play that, and that's awesome. But being my age now, it's like this is cool. I know it's neat, but ain't gonna nobody got time for that.
Nope.
Not my age. So yeah, I don't know. I'll play with her a little bit more, but she wants me to play stuff just out of the blue, and I want to play with her to be involved with what she's doing. But I also kind of want to just be like, I don't want to play that.
Hey, let's play Halo. Yeah.
Let's play Halo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to get her to play Halo. Ethan,
Nice.
my son can play Halo, okay,
Mm.
decently. I mean, he's not great, but he's not bad for his age. So,
You
but yeah,
teabag him once you
that's
kill him?
what's that? Oh
You
yeah,
teabag
oh
him when
yeah,
you kill him?
fully, yeah, just right in the face.
Then you're playing it the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
like so what he wants to do, and for a couple of years now, we don't play that often. So, but every once in a while, he'll be like, we play together and we do like big team. You play in the same team, but some of us will be like, I wanna do 1v1 versus you. I'm like,
Oh, he wants to 1v1 you.
no, you
This is
no, you
all the
don't.
kids say for years. They just want to 1v1 you until they get their ass kicked. Yes. Yeah.
And I said, and I'm like, no, you don't. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've been playing this game for 20 years. You don't want to. And so we will, and I'll whoop him like 20-5. And those 5 are just stupid things on my part.
Yeah, he
That's
gets
true.
5 on
Yeah.
you. That's insane.
Yeah,
So,
I know. And most of those are just like, all right, I'm just kind of running in on him just to have some fun. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing like a 4-shot BR to him, and yeah,
Nice.
it's no good. But you know, he learns his lesson. Still wants
Yeah.
to play.
Don't ask. Yep.
How about you, Derek? What game you been playing? I wonder.
I've only been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's all I play every week. I play Nuketown 24/7, like I mentioned every week, and that's it. And I'll play it again next week. So
We should just like pre-tape your reaction every week and just play it. And I'm playing Call of Duty, and I'm playing Nuketown.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we ran that. Oh, let's keep going.
Yeah. I could just take a snippet and just like it was a call
Insert
to
it.
7735272961, I could drop that in there as well. So, all right. This
Now,
one
if you've
is
got any
for...
questions for what Derek's playing,
All right, so this one's for Go-Go Mason, since you actually watched the show. Check this out, Go-Go Mason. Here's my yellow complexion.
that looks fine. That
Yeah,
looks normal.
it just changed as soon as I put my arms behind my head. It fixes it. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That looks like a normal person.
until it turns yellow again. So yeah, but that's what I normally look like. All right, on that, why don't we hop on over to new releases? First new release out this week is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. This is out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, and the PC. This is a roguelite, not light survival strategy game set in the Star Trek universe. I have zero interest in this.
Pass. It's just
I've never seen a Star Trek show. I've seen a couple movies.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Star Trek: The Next Generation?
I've seen
You
Star
come
Trek
off as a
1.
big Star Trekkie. Like I really.
Me?
Especially with your
Yeah.
hair and your red
I was
shirt
Star
on.
Wars. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's gonna happen to me at the end of this?
Oh,
Well,
same thing that happens to Selden. I'm glad I have a blue shirt with hot dogs on.
No, I've never seen one of the shows. No, I've seen
Wow.
the first 6 movies and then the new trilogy. The first one of those was good. The other 2,
Wow.
and that's it. Yeah, I've not seen the shows. I figure if I get into the shows, it's a whole thing, and then I got to watch 200 episodes, and I got to watch all of it. So I just haven't started. I
Star
heard
Trek: The Next Generation
the thing.
is fantastic. Just
That's
watch
what
it
I've heard.
end to end. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm yellow again. Yep.
It's okay. I'm
Now-
all red, so
Now I'm normal. See?
you
I
should
don't-
be like, just do this.
Just
part right
do
here
this
on
the
my head,
whole show.
and then
Yeah.
and then white balance to that, and don't change.
Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps changing.
I don't know
Tell
either.
it not to change.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's coming out this week. The Virtual Boy on the Virtual Boy
Oh.
stuff on Nintendo Switch, which
Yep.
I ordered that headset because I'm stupid. But I ordered it because I never played a Virtual Boy,
Oh, you didn't have the
game, and I'm like,
original red
no,
Virtual
I did
Boy?
not.
No,
and
I did.
so I figured, well, eventually they might do something good in the red, and they are going to. They're gonna make it so that you can change the colors of the screen, so it's not all red. You can do white
Yeah.
or green or whatever. But that is coming out the 17th this week, and I'm assuming that my headset should be shipping. I should have already gotten
You would
notice for it,
hope,
but coming
yeah.
shortly. So yeah, so that'll be cool. Sorry, I interjected that, but I just realized that that's coming out this week, so I'm
Nice.
excited for that.
I heard they
You s-
were actually underproduced that. They don't have enough units, and they were
Oh,
calling
really?
for cancels of a lot of pre-orders. And
Really?
Stuff like that, so.
I haven't
Don't
heard
you
that yet.
cancel. No.
I'm not. No way.
It's the memory chip issues type thing. The RAM.
What? No. It's just a
Oh,
screen.
That was so last week,
It's just a.
Selden.
Oh,
Oh,
no. It's
No,
just a
I actually
lens.
don't. I did hear something about that. They didn't have enough units. I don't know if they were canceling anything or not. Though,
That's
so.
surprising.
Yeah.
All right.
all right.
But anyways, back to
The-
Star Trek. The only good Star Trek game I remember playing was that Star Trek Bridge Command, which
Oh,
was the
that was
VR
good.
one.
Yeah. Yep.
But otherwise, I can't recall another Star Trek game that I played that I liked. There might have been something back on like the Commodore 64, and it was just the outline of the USS
Yeah, it was
Enterprise. and-
rudimentary.
yeah, rudimentary, and you jump star systems, but there was no like. I vaguely remember some ASCII art down on the planet type Star Trek adventure, but it was
Oh, back in like the BBS days.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
back-
yeah.
way
Like
back in the
like
day.
Trade Wars days. Yes, yeah.
So other than that, I mean, Star Trek's never been. I think we've had that discussion before. I was always more a Star Wars kid than a Star Trek kid. So Star
Yeah.
Trek was never really the area that I jumped into that much. So
Same. My
All
uncle
right.
was huge into Star Wars and Star Trek, and he was more into Star Trek in the '80s just because it was around. And Star Wars was sort of over, but he was huge. This is my uncle who's like, he's like 15 years older than me, and he just had all the old Star Wars toys, but it was from late '70s to early '80s, and then all through the '80s was all the Next Generation stuff. So he'd always be watching Next Generation whenever I was over at his house. Actually, he lived with
Nice.
my grandma, his mom, for a while, just because he was younger, and he'd always have Next Gen on, and I think he got my grandma into it too, but I just never really
Nice.
got into it.
Next
he was-
Generation is probably one of the best series that's ever been. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to say he liked Deep Space Nine also, Possibly.
with Cisco. Yeah.
maybe.
Yep. Yeah.
One of the kind of side note here, he was huge into kind of all the other sci-fi stuff too, like Farscape
Oh yeah.
and things
yeah.
like that. And I believe that it's Farscape. One of the characters on that is where he took one of their names for his daughter's name.
Oh,
And I'm not going to say the
nice.
name, but it's a very no one. I don't know anybody else named this name, so I thought that's it's
Nice.
interesting. He's very sci-fi guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Then the only other new release out this week is Styx Blades of Greed, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the PC. This is the third game in the Styx stealth game series. It's so there was an original game that was called Styx Master of Shadows, and then they released a prequel to that. And now 4 or 5 years later, they're releasing a sequel to that original game. I'm not a big stealth game guy. I know you guys like to try to do games in full on stealth and not do anything awesome. So yeah.
So you're not a sniper Call of Duty.
No, I'm a run and gun. I just get in there, get up in the fray, do the shit, do all the shit. Yeah.
So you were like an Unreal Tournament guy because that was where you started.
I started
fast.
I started long before Unreal Tournament, but yes, yeah. But I loved UT. Yeah. That's why I like Lawbreakers, but Lawbreakers fell apart. So yeah.
I've never played any of these games. I am a stealth guy, but I'm not going to get started on this series. I'm just not. So, just me.
Seldom play it if it's on Game Pass.
It looks interesting and everything, but I think I've tried a Styx game in the past, and it just wasn't something I didn't get into it at all. So it's nothing that I'd have to follow up playing it for. So, so it's a pass.
All right, fair enough. Well then, on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? If you're in chat right now, you want to drop something in chat, let us know what you want to talk about. Drop it in there. I know it'll be hard to find you among all the kickbots, but we'll try to push your stuff to the top. Or you can always, post on the Tool to Play homepage or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com, and we'll try to work into our next episode. So first story. Overwatch hits highest Steam concurrent player peak since release day. Now, we all played Overwatch back in the day, and then Overwatch became Overwatch 2, and it was kind of the same exact game, and they renamed it for no reason. And now, coming the 10th, tomorrow,
they wanted to charge
last week, coming last week, it was renamed to Overwatch once again, and
no way.
Yes, and they introduced 5 new heroes. It's basically revamping the Overwatch series. So
it's the most confusing shit ever. Why would they do this?
Yeah. So this is bringing people back to Overwatch. Obviously, hitting the highest concurrent player count since release day of 10 years ago, because this is the 10th anniversary of Overwatch. Huge numbers. People seem excited about this. If I wasn't playing Call of Duty, I might actually dip back and try some of these new heroes. There's like all kinds of weird shit in this one, from flying animals to you name it. The first 5 include 2 tank classes, a couple DPS classes, and this weird flying animal that I won't spoil. But yeah, Overwatch is back for some reason, just not for me.
I remember when it was Overwatch Origins, and that's what I knew it as for so long, and then all of a sudden it was Overwatch 2, but like, wait, where's Overwatch Origins? Oh, it just changed into 2.
Yes.
Okay. It was very confusing, and then I thought, well, if it's 2 now and it's all different, I'm done. Like I wasn't like a huge player in the first place. I'm not big on hero shooters, and it was fun for a while, but yeah, I mean, I may pick it back up, but I don't know if is it like you just still own it, or I mean, if I owned Origins, then it was 2, and now it's back to just Overwatch. And
I think you still own it because most of what they do is they sell cosmetics.
Skins.
Yeah.
Fortnite was same thing.
Yep. You own
Pouring yourself vodka there.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Because that's all you drink, apparently.
Yeah.
Tito's. We got Tito. I think I got a 5th too.
That's a handle, not a 5th. But yeah,
I'm sorry, a handle. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I might check it out, but probably not. I don't want to lie. I'm probably not going to, but good for them.
So you fixed it. Yeah, you're like, I might check this out, but I also
Probably
just
not.
lied. Yeah, not gonna do it.
I probably won't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pass for me. I played enough of the arena shooter of Overwatch that it's filled its niche that I liked at the time, but I don't see myself going back to play it at this point.
Well,
so.
here's the problem with the games like this. It's just they want to be your only game. They want to be your Call of Duty
Yes.
wants to be your only game. Overwatch wants to be your
Wait,
only game.
it is my only game.
That exactly. Fortnite wants to be your
Alright.
only game. So if you're a gamer who wants to like play other games, then these aren't games for you because you either have to like play it every single day and only that game, or you're never gonna like get the top levels. You're never gonna be as good as everyone else.
Never
so
get all the
it's
unlocks.
pointless.
And
So you
yes,
either have to
yeah,
play
yeah.
only this game, or you need to play every other game.
Yeah.
And I'm just an every other game type of guy, so I probably will never play it again.
Well, at least you don't have that streak going on anymore. So, you know.
It's true. And I'm not gonna ever go like it was almost 400 and then I screwed up, but I'm never that's over a year. I'm never gonna do over a year again, so I'm not worried about a streak anymore. But
Nice.
I do want to kind of finish some games I started. I do kind of want to go start Outer Worlds 2 because that's been out long enough where there's some guides out there for anything I get stuck on, which I like.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
All right.
Next story?
Next
Next-
story.
All right, next story. Nintendo president says long-term memory shortage may put pressure on profitability. Nintendo is different than the other consoles, where the other consoles have gone into a lot of these generations as loss leaders selling the console. Nintendo is never taking that stance that they're going to sell
Yeah.
consoles at a loss just to get the install base. They've never fallen to that pressure that other companies do. But they generally keep their prices pretty steady on the console from the day it releases to the day they decommission selling it. And this is kind of a little first kind of a break in the armor, I think, is where they're saying, well, long term, it may put pressure on profitability. So maybe there is a little hole in the armor that they can get through.
Didn't they jack the price by $50 when the tariffs were announced?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I feel like we all paid more than we were supposed to because they were announced
I
before
can't
the console
remember.
was launched.
Right.
Yeah, we were worried. We were
Vamp
worried it's
and
gonna be
I'll
like
look this up.
Yeah.
we were
Well,
worried it's going to be like $200. I think it was like 50.
He goes on in this interview that we're looking at is he says, with regards to not selling hardware at a loss, what we are focusing on is profitability on a global basis. There are various external factors such as fluctuation exchange rates, but looking at the global picture, we have traditionally tried to avoid situations where individual units are sold at a loss as much as possible. So
Nice.
I don't know. I just, we're used to a generational where the prices drop and they come out of the door as a loss leader and they drop later on as the things
Because
become
the
more
things get
affordable.
cheaper, yes.
Yep.
And we're in a different world now because you've seen our consoles this last generation. They've raised prices in the middle of the life cycle, and it's due
Yeah.
to a lot of the hardware not being available or the restrictions
Tariffs
that are being
and
put
yes,
in place.
yep.
So
So I did look it up here. Depending on what country you were in, the Switch price just prior to launch went up anywhere from $50 US to $100 US. So from the
So that was-
announced price, yeah.
yeah, so I mean that was them probably saying we're not taking a loss on these units, so let's raise the price because all the costs
Yeah.
that go into it, tariffs, electronics, and everything else going on. So
But now, can you afford to do that again, or can you shave off some of your profits? I don't know what the right answer is, but Nintendo at least has a monopoly on their own software titles. Like
Yeah, well-
if you want a Mario,
Yeah.
if you want a Mario Party, I know they're all going to have Mario in them, so I'll just stop saying names. But if you want a Nintendo first party game, you need a Nintendo first party console, and that kind of eases the pain versus like a Microsoft or a Sony where a lot of these titles are cross-platform across. Forget like Microsoft selling to Sony, like an Ubisoft game. It's out on everything, so you're not making it up on that. Whereas Nintendo can play the back end because they own all that IP and it's only on their console. So
Yeah.
I think they have a little more flexibility here.
I mean, also you got to look at it. I don't think it's a surprise to the three of us, at least, that the install base of software on the Switch 2 at this point is nowhere near what it was with the previous Switch, consoles. It like the titles just aren't coming out for them right now. So can they even think about lowering the price of the cost of the console? Because that's currently where they're making money, because the install base, well, we got a racing game and a Diddy Kong game or not Diddy Kong, but Donkey Kong game.
Yep.
And Metroid are the three big titles that have come out on it, right?
Yeah.
So,
and apparently Metroid is not selling great.
so
Like it's not. They haven't even given numbers for it, and they don't have to give numbers until it at least reaches 1 million. Then they have to give numbers for it. And while they're not giving numbers for it at like their general meeting or their shareholders meeting, that kind of means they haven't even sold 1 million yet. Which in like 2 or 3 months now since release, that's not great because Metroid's supposed to be a big game for them, but they didn't market it well. It was right before in December. December games don't usually sell too well for some reason because the people bought all their games in
Before
November for
Black
Christmas,
Friday.
I guess.
Yeah.
And also, I just didn't market it well, and I don't think it's that great of a game, honestly, sadly, and that might just mean that they're gonna not have another one. But yeah, they don't have that many games out yet for Switch 2 exclusive. They keep having what they keep doing is they keep putting out upgrade packs for Switch 1 games to make them run better and look prettier, and it's only $10 or sometimes it's free actually. But that's kind of what they're banking on now is just backwards compatibility and it looks nicer and maybe you'll throw us $10 to get the nicer looking one. But that's kind of it right now, which is I mean it's February and it came out 8 months ago and there's still like nothing. There's 3 games, 4 games.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, Nintendo will be fine. I'm like
somehow
they lived through the shittiest consoles ever, like the GameCube.
That's true.
They have a bank of cash that they're fine. So it'll get there. So I don't think they're really worried about moving the price down to a loss leader to get an install base because they know eventually people will buy it. So I don't know. I don't see them trying to lower the price or at least keep the price as costs go up. So who knows?
I mean, at this point, the Switch is it's almost there, but it's almost the top selling console of all time. It's PlayStation 2 is 160, Switch is 155, but it's still going. So million. I mean, it's probably going to get there. I mean, it may or may not, but either way, it's the second best, if not the top. So they're doing fine. And I think the Switch 2 just being a replacement for a Switch 1, it's just going to slowly over time build it more and more and more because it's Nintendo and that's what the parents are going to buy for the kids for the next 5 years.
Exactly.
And they'll be fine. It's not going as fast because it's sort of like it's not even between the Wii and Wii U because the Wii U was like a different thing. They made it seem like it was the same thing, but it was different. And in this case, this is the same thing. Just looks a little nicer.
Oh, it's basically the exact same thing.
It can play all the same games, compatible with almost all the same stuff. It's just like getting a new iPhone. This year's iPhone, this every 5 years, say you get a new iPhone every 5 years, like me. Not like
every
me.
year.
I don't even me. It's not like 5 years. Derek, it's like every 8 months. But
no,
for me,
every
it's
year.
Like I know. For me, it's like every 2 or 3 years. But in this case, I mean, 2017 to now, that's 8 years, and now they're gonna have this for another 5-6 years before there's another one
at least.
Yeah, so it's gonna just slowly build over time. Like say they've already sold, let's see, it looks like 17 million, over 17 million, in the past, 8 months. So what's that, like 2 million a month ish,
Yeah.
2 or 3 million a month. Expand that out to 5 years. They're probably going to keep selling that amount every month for 5 years, which it's decent. It just doesn't look
It's
that much right
recurring.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like certain things where if they don't get all bought right away, that's
You're
it.
gonna miss
Like
out.
with
Yes.
with certain games. Well, for like money wise, like people were talking about. I was watching someone in Metro Prime 4, and it's like, well, most of the sales for Metro games and games like that, where they're kind of niche games, they're
Come
right.
in the very
If they're not right
beginning.
away,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that's it. It's whatever you sell in the first couple months. That's kind of the most you're going to sell. With the systems, it's just going to slowly, just over time, and they're gonna put out new versions. They're gonna put out different colors, all sorts of stuff,
They're
and
gonna
all
put out
that's the same
a
console.
Mario color and
Yeah, all that stuff. They'll put out accessories. They'll put out a Zelda version, and people will buy that just to have a Zelda version. And it's like with the 3DS stuff, where people kept buying them just to get like slight upgrades or different colors, and but it still all goes into the same pot of like, here's the amount of units sold. It's still all the same. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Nice. All right. On that, why don't we drop out of gaming news? If you have stories you want to
mine.
Oh,
Shadow didn't even get a story.
Go ahead, Shadow.
Prime members can play Alan Wake 2 for free on Luna. So if you have Amazon Prime and you want to use their Luna cloud streaming service, which is, I've never tried it, but I'm sure it probably works okay. It's free. I don't know if it's this month or is it just until further notice. But either way, you can claim it for free right now, and I recommend it because Alan Wake is awesome, and Alan Wake 2 is maybe even awesomer than the first one. I don't know. It's very, very good. If you like horror-ish type stuff, mystery, mindfuck type stuff, definitely check it out. But I would recommend playing Alan Wake Remastered if you can, which is got to be super cheap if you don't already own it, because most services have had it on sale in the past or have it on their, like, I think that it's probably been on Game Pass or something, or maybe even PlayStation free games in the past. So it's good to play that one just kind of to get to know what the rest of the past gaming was, or past story was in this game. But you could kind of almost just pick up Alan Wake 2 out of nowhere and maybe read a little backstory before you play it. But it's just, it looks so good, and it's really, really cool. So anyway, that's out this month, and it looks like you can also get Order of Giants for the Indiana Jones The Great Circle later this month for free, I guess, with Luna if you have Prime. I haven't used any of this stuff because I don't play on PC that much, but that's it's cool that they do that. Tarantino Wonderlands.
I've never played anything on Luna, so Selden probably has.
I believe I did. I think I played one of the Assassin's Creed games on Luna at one point. But Amazon's always been really good about like all their free shit that they give away. Like it's just one of those hidden benefits of your Amazon Prime membership. And Alan Wake's a great addition to this. I'm not going to play it. Alan Wake's not my gig. But I know a lot of people like it. I know Shadow loves it. So yeah, if you're into that type of game, definitely grab it if you can. Give it a try.
Nice.
Yep. All right, now you can continue.
All right. On that, if any of you have stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And
sponsors. If we had them, we pimp them, but we don't, so we won't.
So if you'd like to sponsor the show, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You tell us what you're selling. We'll tell you what you're going to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool to Play at twitter.com/tooltoplay. Everything podcast release at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/tooltoplay. We also have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/tooltoplay. That is where you can find all of Tool to Play's archive video content. It's like a on-demand library on crack. So go there, follow us on youtube.com/tooltoplay. See great shows like Selden's Cam Show, like Tiff's Immature Interviews, like Thick and Thin with LB and Duty, Hits Quick Hits, and most importantly, this show that you're watching right now. So youtube.com/tooltoplay. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. 5 stars. Write something nice. Selden's Android store, Android podcasts. That's the Android robot. So go there, give us 5 Androids, write something nice. Amazon podcast, give us 5 Bezos. Do something, write something nice. Wherever you get your podcast content, give us 5 of whatever, unless it's a 10, and then give us a 10. Whatever the top of the scale is, give us that, and then write something to go with it. We have a Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/still_got_game. That's one of the many places we broadcast this show live each week. So go there, follow us, help us get our follower count up. We have a Discord channel. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. I repeat, that's discord.me/stillgotgame. Go there, join our Discord. You can chat with the show hosts. I think this past week, the 3 of us have been there almost 24 hours a day. Like we like after our last episode, we made a pact to try to be in there all the time, and we have embraced our audience, and that's all you can ask of us. Like Selden, he was so exhausted, and one day he fell asleep like in front of the Discord when he has video on, but we resuscitated him and re-engaged with the audience. So we are there for you. Unless Selden is in his Faraday cage bunker, we are there all day long, and you can interact with other fans of the show. You can be like, who the fuck do these guys think they are? They're so high on themselves. And then Blue Steel is like, yeah, they are pieces of shit.
That's true. He's been a little rowdy lately.
Oh, he has. Yeah. Blue, if you're anti-show, go there and join Blue in his super fan, anti-fan commentary. Like he's bipolar in his fandom. So yes. So definitely join our Discord and speak with either like-minded or not like-minded folks. So Selden, on that, what do you got to pimp this week, buddy?
You can find me and all my socials over at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Selden007. You can find my link to all my socials and all my charitable organizations that I like to support. You can also buy me a coffee there. You click on the link and say buy me a coffee, and it'll give me some money to help support my my habits.
Wow.
I didn't know about that.
Selden has also a link to his crack.com, pot.com, and cocaine.com.
Buy me a gummy.
If you're looking for disc golf supplies, you can follow a link that I'll have up there to Dolphin Disc. It's DOLFINDISCS.com, and you can use my name, Selden, as your discount code. I'll get you 10% off of anything you purchase there.
Wow. Shadow, you feel like you have not prepared enough. Yeah.
No.
Selden, like, Shadow's got Blue Chew on his side. He's shadow.com/Blue Chew.
Oh, so funny story to interject here. My wife used to work with, for a long time, a woman who eventually ended up marrying the guy who made Blue Chew.
Wow.
So she is doing just fine.
So
and I don't mean that in a dirty way.
Oh,
you
did.
Like, she's got the money.
You certainly did. You meant it both ways. Yeah.
Well,
not both ways, but both ways. Yeah.
Anyway.
So what Shadow's saying is he has a lifetime supply of Blue Chew.
I haven't had to use that yet, but maybe someday. You never know. People get older.
Well, you hear about all these college
we're
kids taking Blue Chew. So yeah.
Oh, I feel like that's dangerous.
Probably.
You don't need to go that long.
Yeah.
So I've got my Linktree, Brian S. Emmerich, and yeah, same stuff, pimping there weekly. I need to add more things to it, but this I haven't in the past week. Still pimping out. Discussing Black History Month all month in February. So any charitable events or charities you can provide help to with regard to Black History Month, please do. Don't take my word for it, just check it out.
Nice.
And yeah, that's all I got this week. How about you, Derek?
Well, as I mentioned last week, all of my shit is at Linktree/Derek Nolan. That's linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. I have a whole bunch of charities on there. I have my Bartesian link on there. I'm constantly adding new charities. And like I've said before, if there's a charity that does not interest you, there's probably something on my list that does. If my list does not spark anything in your mind for something you want to give your money to, it at least should serve as a reminder for something that's important to you, and throw some money their way, because nothing's easy. A lot of us get spoiled by our lives, and we tend to overlook giving money to folks less fortunate, or folks that are undermined by society or whatever else. So just think about your extra income and where you could put that to make a positive change in someone's life. So all right. On that, I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every single fucking Monday night, live or live-ish, at 8 or 8-ish p.m. Eastern, 5 or 5 p.m.-ish Pacific, at youtube.com/tool2play, facebook.com/tool2play, twitch.tv/still_got_game, and kick.com/spammers/still-got-game. And on that, why don't we wrap this let's continue the fucking streak through mid-February episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I'm Chris Selden 007 Selden.
I'm just Brian Shadow Emmerich, that's all.
And we'll see you next week, as always. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-ba-dum.
Next
Sorry
week you
about
just have to deal with Derek and Sullivan, because I will be in New York. So yeah.
Or will you?
Yeah, we'll see.
No. So yes. So there we go. Another episode in the can.
Yep.
And we're back
In
here
the
in the
can.
after show yet again.
Woo!
So all I've been watching this week, guys, are the Olympics. It's nonstop in this house. Absolutely nothing else has been watched. Olympics, 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 Olympics.
I'm still
pretty
doing
much,
traders.
nothing other than Olympics has been watched since the last show.
No traders for Sullivan. You're watching traders, aren't you?
Yeah, we're watching traders, but we're a little bit behind because from last show to this show, we just haven't had enough time. So.
From the Olympics.
Yeah, and the Olympics.
Watching too much Olympics. Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're still loving traders. Still working on. Wait, what? Trying to think what was this week. Yeah, traders, shrinking, hijack. Next
Did you
week,
dip into any Olympics this week, Shadow?
a little bit. Watch some figure skating with my
Oh,
daughter,
nice,
my
nice.
wife. Yeah, for
Yep,
sure.
yep.
But I'm still not. It's not going to be a regular thing. I just got too much other stuff to watch and too much other stuff to do. So
Yeah.
I will say that there are a lot fewer shows on right now that are starting or that are running because of the Olympics. I think they're sort of
Yeah,
avoiding it. So I mean, I guess that's a good thing if I want to catch up on stuff, or if I just want to watch the Olympics, which I probably should do more of, but I haven't too much yet. But this week, there's a show on Apple called The Last Thing He Told Me, which had a season already, which seemed like it was sort of done, but it's coming back again this week. So it's got Jennifer Garner in it, and it was an interesting mystery the first time around. So we'll see. Probably going to catch that this week.
Jenny
Next
Garner
week,
in the first season too.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like her and her husband disappears, and she doesn't know why. It turns out that he's involved in this huge like conspiracy thing, and he's on the run or something. And yeah, it's interesting. But
Nice.
next week, Scrubs comes back, which I'm
You mean
interested
this
to
week?
see how that's going. No, the 25th.
Oh, okay. Next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. I don't know. I loved Scrubs back in the day, but
It's
I don't
tough
usually
to
love
bring some
reboots.
things back. Yeah.
Yeah, reboots aren't usually great. Although I will say I did like the Roseanne and then the Connors reboot. That was decent. But that's kind of the only thing I've liked. I think that's been rebooted actually stuck around. So we'll see. I hope it's good. It's on Disney Plus / Hulu. I guess it's on ABC. Wait, is it on NBC? No, ABC. I
Yeah.
can't remember. It must be
ABC goes
ABC
with
if it's
Disney.
Hulu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we're
I've
checking
been
it out.
trying
But
to trying to catch up on The Diplomat this last season, and it's just
Yeah.
it's just not doing it for me this season.
Really?
For some reason. I don't know. It seems like the same storyline they're dredging back up over and over. I know that they did the twist where, not to spoil it, but the big change that happened between that
yeah, at the end of last
season and this
season.
season.
Yeah.
But it's just not grabbing me, and I it's a struggle to get through the series this season. I think so.
It depends. I guess. I mean, I feel like last season and even the end of the first season was very explosive. Like huge things happened that were like actual action type stuff. And this season's been a lot more of like talking and
Yeah.
in political intrigue and stuff, which can be interesting, but also can be kind of boring. But the end of the season, it's interesting what happens at the end of the season. And I'm not going to spoil it, but the cliffhanger this season is decent. So I'm interested to see what happens next season, but it's still not as crazy explosive as the first two seasons were. So I get it. It's a little bit slow this season for sure.
Yeah. I really don't like the storyline they're doing with her, with the promiscuity of her. But so it's just
Promise. Oh, when she's
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a distraction for what a story could actually be. But
And that storyline doesn't actually really, not a whole lot comes from it. So it sort of just fizzles away. But I mean, one thing comes from it, and I won't say what, but otherwise it's sort of just there as a means to an end
Push
for
the
a different.
plot along. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing that happens that that guy has to be there to have done, but otherwise it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of pointless. So I get it. I'm dancing around it because it's all sort of
Oh,
like
well,
a
spoiler
the plot's-
centric. Yes. Yeah.
the plot's the show, so you don't want to say if somebody's watching
No,
it. So,
no, I hear you. I hear you.
yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
cool.
Anybody else got anything going on?
no. PAX East catch back up. Yeah, I do have a disc golf tournament up FDR that I'm playing in that weekend, so I will not be able to attend PAX East. So
Yeah, sure. Disc golf
All right.
happens all the time. PAX East happens once a year.
it's a B
Wait, you
tier
said that
tournament. It's my
weekend, but
first
we're
B
talking
tier
about
tournament.
Thursday. You're gonna be there on Thursday?
No, I will not be there on Thursday, but I can't make a trip up to Boston and then get back down here and then get up to this disc golf tournament. I do have to spend time with my family.
I
you
don't think
don't.
you do.
I've
No.
got 2 kids and a wife, and I don't have to spend time with them every single day.
I
They
have
happen
four,
to-
I
they
have
happen to
4
like
kids and a
me.
wife and don't have to. Yes, yeah.
They like me, but they understand I have a life too.
And Shadow is slamming a monster at 10 o'clock at night Eastern, which is only 9 o'clock his time zone. But
This
still,
is actually
that's
early for me. I usually don't start on these till about 10
wow.
Central. So
This is
Yeah.
probably why you message me at like 2 in the morning on
Probably.
Discord. Yeah.
no, I mean caffeine's not really. I like it for the flavor. Caffeine doesn't really do a whole lot. I go right to sleep.
No.
Shadow
worries.
started this podcast with us, and he was 20 years younger than us. But over the time that he's been slamming monsters at 10 o'clock at night, he is now older than us. So
That's how time works.
Nice.
Yes.
You almost made me snarf my drink there, Selden. Where he started 20 years younger than us. Oh. else have anything for the after show, or can we wrap this shit up?
No, let's wrap it up.
No, I'm good.
All right, then we will see you next week.